Alrighty. And here we are. Oh, I can hear myself somewhere. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. That's muted. Very nice. So, welcome back. Today we are back on the game dev. Now let's see where we left off. So where we left off, we started placing some kind of existing placeable objects. They're bugged. You can still place objects over them. So we'll have to think of a countermeasure against that. But now it's kind of fine-tuning some things for our first milestone completion. Let me go ahead and grab that on over here. So we got all this stuff. We got SFX, currency, the placeable objects, but we kind of have the basics done for our placeable objects, except pre-existing objects, of course. We need to put some more weapons, a basic inventory system, a basic some healing objects, some more enemies, assets. We need to fine-tune the actual combat a little bit better. So if we hop in game right now, like so, we're here. So we can equip weapons, scroll wheel. Eventually we'll do a little hot bar up top, but scroll wheel is fine for now. Press B, we're in building mode. Nothing's hovering, but then we can see if we can place it or not. Turns our red shader, turns all the shaders to this object to a red transparent one. If not, but if it is, then we can place it like so. Snaps to the grid, gives us some indication on where we're going to be able to place it. And we have what's it called, some tables. So here you can see you can obviously place on some things. If we hover over one of our tables with a building mode selected, it will basically disable this loading. That means because we can obviously sell that and then replace it with a table like so. A little bit of bugs. Doesn't actually mark that. It marks this tile not being able to be placed, but not the above one. So maybe we need to also enable that. Figure something out like that. I don't foresee too many objects having too big, but it's good that we build in that functionality for basics. So here we can go. We can see this. Yeah, we can still place it like right here. It's a little finicky. But yeah. So if we go here, we can place tables like so. We can sell all these. We can't sell any these chairs because they're not actual placeable objects. So here we can see the edge of our grid. Like so. Place that like so. And yeah, so this is working kind of as intended. Right here, we get some finicky things when we're desetting the selected zone, because what we had to do is on trigger exit, we wanted the selected zone to set the null so that we could have this red kind of object appearing like so. Of course, if we have a selected grid, we want to be able to snap it to the positions, but that causes some problems, of course, when we are changing zones, like over here. If we go across too quickly, the frames, you can see how it breaks sometimes. But yeah, and we got the zombies coming. Right now, of course, these zombies are very basic. Doing some basic attack animations. This damage, this weapon only does 3. We stop whenever we hit, and it's a very slow attack animation. So maybe we could speed up the attack animation to hit faster and re-enable what's it called? Our movable state. Or we could always make it so when you're attacking, you can move. So that's where we could maybe even go look into how other isometric games handle this type of gameplay. Because we're going to want a lot of melee gameplay. We want the melee gameplay to feel pretty good. Because it's going to be a bunch of our main weapons are going to be melee, and I know I think I'm going to do limited ammo supplies for ranged weapons, so you're not actually meant to like use just the ranged weapon. Like for instance, if you have a gun, you have a limited amount of bullets. Shotgun, like basically we could think of it like it's going to hit heavy, but it's really kind of going to be used in scenarios where you really need to use it. Maybe it also we can have a ranged weapon in there that gets the aggro. Oh, I died. But yeah, so if we go in animator, kind of see how some of this stuff works. Aggressive NPCs, basic zombie. Let's go in here. I think this is the zombie, right? Animator. Make sure we're in here. Yeah, we're in here. Okay, I forgot. Well, it's, same type of thing. So man punch, that is of course our enemy. Spelt wrong. Attack animation. So if we go in here, pull that up, we can see this hitbox, and then we enable it. On the state enter, on state exit, we disable it, like so. There's actually even ways to do that in the actual animation, in this type of animation window, where we could enable game objects and such in actual frames, which we might want to do because that collider, that punch collider, is more or less kind of bigger than the actual fist and whatnot. So we'll definitely need to think of some things. But I think right now, if we want to start optimizing any zombies, we might want to go ahead and look for maybe another zombie asset. So let's first of all, because the man is very good. He was very good for a placeholder. And he's going to be still good for our player placeholder. But, of course, it's not the actual functionality that we want. And he moves a little slowly. And the zombies punch. That's not exactly how we want it. So we should definitely start incorporating something along the lines of what we want to actually see in an enemy versus just having a green man, like so. So let's go ahead and look for some new assets. So let's just look up Unity asset store, and let's go to the asset store. Okay, there we go. This is the Unity asset store. It is pretty hefty. There's a lot of cool things. You can see some frameworks. It's pretty hefty prices too as well. Magic effects, stylized water, some cool stuff. Store simulator, supermarket game template, 3D characters. But yeah, we got staff picks here, publisher, top free assets, behavior demo, behavior trees, it looks like. Fantasy Kingdoms, really detailed character, ghost environment. We want actually probably some low polys. So we want 3D assets, and we're going to want characters. See, essentials, no. Pricing. Unity versions. We definitely want our version, but these are all assets or models and such. Publisher ratings, platforms. Okay, so we can see a zombie sample. That doesn't quite look like the zombie we want. We want more humanoids. Human base meshes. Ooh, here we go. 3D city streets, low poly. Okay, and we got a medieval skeletons, free female zombie. Okay, so yeah, let's let's start looking at some of these. We're just gonna create some tabs. Zombie monster animations free. City people free female zombie. I definitely want some skeletons because gonna be kind of sentimental, and the ranged skeletons might have or ranged zombie might be a skeleton for all we know. Yeah. Let's see. Bunch of good old stuff here. Let's see, zombie cartoon. Bunch of stuff to go through here. There's a whole eyes. There's some dragons. Some other characters. Okay, there's a low poly skeleton. Might as well grab him. Mini Legion. Let's see. Dynamic enemy plants. Interesting. Poly Fantasy Warrior. Don't need to worry too much about this. And why are we doing low poly, by the way? Because we're going to apply a shader that pixelates everything. Make it kind of look like a 2D pixel art game. So low poly probably will work best with that. So we don't need detailed, super crazy detailed models. But yeah, some orcs, some monsters. It's only 17 pages. We're about done. We can start inspecting some more. But these are getting pretty down here. Easy FPS, that's got 6,000 likes, or 5,000 likes. Okay. Skeleton. That looks like a little bit high quality, though. All good here. First person lover. Interesting. Another skeleton. Some birds down there. Cartoon zombie. Maybe. Yeah, definitely not. Some goblins. And last page. Let's see if we got anything good here. Nothing I can see. So we got a few things at the very start. So we have the zombie low poly pack. Light characters. Now let's see. There might be some YouTube videos. So we got idle. Animation included in the extra shows. So let's see. Package content. Prefabs. Character zombies. Prefab model. Material. FBX. So we can do that. Let's see. Does it tell us if it has overview? Key features. Worth with Mixamo animations. Animation included in this pack. Okay, there's no animations. Here's another zombie. Probably no Mixamo. So I wonder what that is. So zombie animations free. Description. So let's see what this looks like. Okay. So this is an actual 18 buck animation pack. Okay. Idle for idle, eating corpse, spawn from underneath. Movement, combat, 3 attacks, 3 damages. 1 death, stun, lose pose, win pose, scream. Okay. This might be good. So I think these are the actual just animations that come with the model. For instance, you can apply that animation to that. So, yeah, no, I think we're good on that. Skeleton, low poly. We got multiple components, and even the bones are actually bones. It comes with, look at that. Let's see, any animations and Mixamo. So let's look at what this Mixamo is. Mixamo. Okay. What is it? It's an Adobe product. Oh, I think it's for animations. Okay. More with 3D. So we can always go and create some in Blender as well. $10 for his Maya with a bit of Houdini tossed in. Yeah, so we want to keep this as cheap as possible, so we'll probably keep the, So what we can actually do is... We definitely want these animations packed, so let's add to my assets. Oh. That's always fun. Okay. Now we're gonna go back here. Like so. Okay. Let's open that in Unity, so we should be able to see this. So we got my assets right here. We definitely want to download the zombie animations free. Download that. Close out of that. Let's go ahead and get there's a tag we can get for zombies. Okay. For instance, if we go here, Toon HD Zombie Pack. Now let's see. That's $30. What do we get here though? Oh, I could kind of see that looking not too shabby. Definitely something to keep on the radar. Or it's top-down HD Zombie Pack, because that's, I mean, we're doing top-down. Low poly, let's see if I can find any price. Free! Nope, nope, nope. That's interesting. Unity certification, interesting. Okay, yeah, we're not seeing too much. Let's just go. This is something definitely interesting. This is literally kind of made for some isometric, but they're not as wacky as cops, male, female, radioactive, monsters, soldiers. Not too shabby. We're gonna go ahead and save for later. That, like so. Just more gore and combat and blood sound pack. Sprites range. So, are these 2D sprites? They might be 2D sprites. Let's see. Yeah, 2D zombies. Never mind. Yeah, I think we go with this guy for now. Go ahead and add that to the assets. Accept, open in Unity. Let's download that bad boy. And these are some pixel art things. Let's see. Available for import. Import 1.io to project. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and import that. Interesting. Force quit. Okay. Oh. Well, Unity crashes. Very nice. Let's try to reopen that. should be back. Okay. I'll put that. Broken PTTR doesn't exist. I don't know what that means. Okay, but if we go in here, we got zombie materials model, prefabs right here. Controller, we don't have a controller, of course. Animations right here. Got the rig. So let's play this animation. Okay. Attack, basic attack. Death 1, idle 1. So this is just a sample. And we gotta walk. Okay, so let's look at the attack. Yeah, so that's not too shabby. That's a little bit better. And see how fast that's going too. We'll definitely need to have a delay in between attacks. But yeah, we can actually put the collider at the hand now because it goes down like that. Clear this. And while we're at it, let me go to Window, My Assets. We're going to go ahead and import this bad boy. Zombie, yep, so let's import that. It's a project. Import. Okay, here we go. One thing I will draw attention to is there is this website called Polypizza right here. This is a bunch of free assets. This is actually where I got the man. Highly recommend checking this out if curious about anything. Got premium models. Interesting. So there's a zombie. I think this is the guy I tried to use. Okay. Let's go check this guy out. Double barrel shotgun, car. Yeah. 1,000 downloads. There's another zombie. Might as well. Let's download that. Okay, got that as well in there. Aw, how nice. Little doggy. Little doggy. So Polypizza is cool. There's also Polygon City. This is the asset I bought. These guys, Sydney Studios, they make a lot of low poly 3D art. So, for instance, if I go here, we can kind of see a lot of their cool stuff. So we got Apocalypse Wasteland, Biomes, Sci-Fi. There's the Apocalypse pack right here. I mean, there are some pretty hefty prices, but you could build a whole fledged out game with any of these, basically. Pirate pack, like you can even get like full-blown ships. Let's see, military combat. They have a whole lot of stuff. I'm sure you've seen games, dungeons, nature, fantasy heroes, all this good stuff. Goblin War Camp. Pretty fun stuff. If you are very serious about game dev, I would highly recommend checking out these. It's a fun assets to work with. They are very good looking. So for instance, we have Polygon City zombies. You get all these guys with their animations. There's also versions without blood, I know that. But all good. Props. Gibbs. URP. So have to work with Mechanim. No animations included. Oh, what? That's crazy. Can be used on our character. So you can. They even have a animation tutorial. So mix them out. So you can see here we got people that automatically make animations for us, and you can even go use some free of those. And they have a whole little thing here where they're like implementing it. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. I'm going to start this because we definitely probably gonna have to purchase this bad boy. But yeah, we downloaded that guy. So let's go ahead and drag him in our project. Go ahead and do that right now. Okay, very nice. And now we're going to drag this bad boy on in here, importing that. And we got some more stuff. So, let's see. So we got a zombie animations pack. We have warnings. Dragon mesh. It's okay. All good. You'll get some weird things sometimes when that happens. We got a Mazda RX. But we don't care about that. We care basically just about the zombie. So I think this might be the same zombie I tried to import. That did not have so armature. Let's see. Some of these animations look. So we got that slower attacking. So we got some good stuff we can use here. So yeah, that's the same Zombo we had right here. So I found that guy. That's okay. Who knows when we'll need a double barrel shotgun. Not too shabby. And a 9mm pistol. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty detailed model. If I don't say so myself. But yeah, let's go back into here. And let's drag a zombie in here. Okay. This is definitely looking a lot more as a wacky zombie. Something maybe actually good. We're going to go ahead and do 1.12. Put him up correctly. He actually looks like somewhat of the correct size. So we got a controller. Okay. So let's we're going to create an empty object. We're going to call this basic zombie, basic melee zombie. And we are literally going to basically copy our basic zombie. So let's make a new folder. I'm going to call this basic melee zombie. Like so. And we're going to go ahead and go in this folder, drag this bad boy down here. And now we're going to attach that zombie object below there. And we want to 0, 0, 0 this. And 0, 0, 0 this. And we're going to apply all, like so. Now, we're free to move this guy wherever we want. And we can open this guy. So, position, doesn't matter. He's attached to 0, 0. Okay, so how did we set up our basic zombie? So we have our animation controller. We're going to need one of those. Let's go to animation controller, basic melee zombie anim controller. Okay, just that guy. We're going to attach him to this. Like so. You have it's not valid. Yeah, obviously it's not valid. There's nothing in here. So if we go back into basic zombie, let's see. We have our aggro zone around him. So we'll need that. we'll need a model. We have colliders like so, all set up for this bad boy. And we have that attack zone attached all the way down to the armature, like so. No, we're looking at the wrong thing. There we go, melee hitbox. We got a script like that. So, let's go back into here and just kind of basically set him up like it is. Oh, we also have an attack zone. So, top level zombie. Damageable, melee zombie controller. Set up like so. So, I wonder if I could just copy component. Paste. No. Alright, so we need damageable. We're going to need melee zombie controller, melee attack hitbox, character model. Attach our character module in there. Goals. Okay. So we're gonna go in here, put them back at the 0, 0, 0. Where'd you go? Okay. Yeah, we gotta make sure they're set correctly because that can cause some finicky things. We got some other empties. We're gonna call this aggro zone, and we're gonna call this attack zone. And this is the joys of working with Unity, is that I can literally just type in our aggro zone control script. We're going to do a collider, and we'll do this as a circle collider, not circle collider, a sphere collider. And we can make this whatever size we want. Let's do a radius of not 20, 10 maybe? 10's about, let's do 12. We'll get him a little bigger aggro radius, like so. And this is a trigger. Now we want an attack zone. Attack zone. How's the lab been today? It's been going pretty good. Not doing too much coding right now. We're just setting up some actual better zombies. We went to an asset store, found this guy. He was free. He's got some animations tied to him, so we're setting up all that good stuff. But yeah, let's see. So aggro zone, attack zone. We're gonna want a box, right? Yeah, we want a box collider. That is a trigger. We're gonna edit the collider. We don't want snapping on. I'll have the grid on though. And attack zone is just gonna be in front of him, like so. Go up to our feet. Little feetsies like that. And basically just need in front of him, so that's the attack zone. Yeah. So have that enabled. Is trigger is true. Aggro zone. Zombie. Alright, so we're gonna need a hitbox. So we'll do a capsule collider. Like so. So this is the actual collider. That is not a trigger. Let's get that up to his feet, like so. Right. Shrink that a little bit as well, so it just fits his body. We're gonna want a nav mesh agent. Humanoid looks like the attack zone triggers the zombie to attack if the player collides. Exactly, yes. So in this attack zone script, if we actually pull that up, very simple. We even have a just simple tag, or if it's a goal and it's alive, then we just set our state to is attacking is true, and then that will handle it in our melee zombie controller, which inherits from zombie controller. For instance, so we have, oh, looks like we have is attacking somewhere else. Yeah, but so can we see right here? If it's alive, we set bull is attacking, and then if we are not attacking, then we disable the agent, and then we'll start attacking in that animation. And in the animation, we actually have an attack animation set up. I'll show you that when it gets to that point. Another thing we got to do is go to the rig. Where is this bad boy? Why fix update instead of update? Fixed update is good for handling physics stuff. Navmesh, I think, does use the physics. It's just instead of it's on a fixed frame rate, basically. Fixed frame rate frame. Normal update won't be fixed, meaning if you could have if you have different varying systems, like a very older computer or something like so, then it could be the case. Okay, we got different palm bones. Interesting. That's fine. We're just going to create empty, and this is going to be melee hitbox. If you have like differing systems or whatnot, then you can see it. You might be able to see some finicky things on a non-fixed frame rate, as different computers will have different frame rates than everything. So if you're using a fixed frame rate, then it provides a probably more seamless and smooth movement when using physics. So let's go here. We're gonna need a box collider. Is a trigger. Set that to half the size. So, and actually going to smush this bad boy down like so. Probably something like that. So if we go in here, we have our animator right here. Let's go. Let's drag that guy in there, by the way. Oh, gonna freeze. Access is denied. Okay, cancel that then. Don't really care too much. Let's see. Free models was on. No, that's not it. Yeah, it's this guy. Animations, example scene. So we have a prefab. We put our prefab here, which has the animation controller and transform. So animations, we can start tying the animations in here. So I wonder, let's see. So for instance, this is our basic attack. You can see how that hits. It goes down as well. That's good for the collider. So let's go here into our animation controller and just try dragging that. So we got attack 1. We got walk. We got walking. Like so. Definitely want the walking. Delete that. We want the idle. Idle action. Maybe not. Idle. Oh. Don't double click it. Idle. Got death. So we got A and B. Interesting. Oh, wow. That is a flop right there. Damage. So that's if they take damage. Actually, we're going to throw that in there because that should probably be something. Okay, so we are just going back to assets, prefabs, or basic zombie. Let's save this guy and go back here. Aggro zone. They actually have one extra bone, it looks like. Melee hitbox. Melee attack hitbox. We go here. Aggro zone is actually a capsule collider, interestingly enough. Basic anim control we have is moving, is attacking, and death. So let's go back here and go into here. Pull this bad boy up. So we're gonna want a Boolean is moving, Boolean is attacking, and a trigger death. Like so. Okay, so we're going to set the machine default right here. We're gonna just put this guy off to the side for now. Make this a little bit easier, a better layout. So, make transition. We don't want an exit time. And this is going to be an is attacking, is true. Make transition, no exit time. Is attacking, is true. Okay. Now, make a transition. Has exit time. I think we do actually want an exit time there. Is moving is false. And is moving is true. And basically, very simply, is moving is true. And that's is moving is false. Like so. Okay. That's all tied up together now. So all these, no, we don't want that. We want to make, no. Why are we doing this? Make transition. Going to make all three of these transitions, and there's no exit time, and this is just a trigger of death. Like so. Okay. Has exit time? No. No. Yeah, has exit time for the attacking, but not for that. Okay, so we can even see how the transition happens like that. Yeah, and we have this transition duration, so we can do, if we set that to 0, for instance, you would see him immediately flop like that. Boom. Okay. All good. Okay. So this is a add behavior enemy attack animation right here. That's all we need to do there. That will enable this melee hitbox. Which that's going to be a melee NPC attack hitbox right there with a damage of 1. Then what we're going to do is go up to our basic melee zombie and attach that. Like so. Okay. Oh my. Okay. What else do we need? Okay, let's go through. So we attach the goals, which is the prefab. We'll attach that as well. We got melee hitbox, rigid body, capsule collider, nav mesh agent. So we need to add our rigid body. Of course, rigid body, like so. And let's make sure we're using the same rigid body settings. Freezing the rotation. Looks good. So if we go back here. Rigid body, we just want to freeze our rotation. We got damageable melee controller. Let's go ahead and go environmental here and drag our waffle machine as a goal. First of all, we need to add one. So there we got one of the goals. We could add multiple of these. But if there's multiple instances of it, it will create hopefully multiple instances. We'll see. Steering agent type is basic zombie. Like so. Rigid body. Okay. Got an aggro zone and an attack zone. That's our zombie mesh. Rig. Melee hitbox. Okay, cool. So, overrides, no overrides. Let's see what happens when I don't I foresee this not working, by the way. Fully foresee this. Why is it not valid? And that was okay, that was a while ago, so we'll be okay. I do not foresee this working whatsoever. But it's worth a shot. So let's put you down to 0.12. That's our little thing. And let's hit play. Oh. But, never. So he is actually working. And look at that. Now what happens if I hit you? Okay. Doesn't look like your health is ever getting hit. Did hit me pretty hard. Okay. So that is actually working. One thing I will say is we just go in here. Zombie, we're going to scale you down a tiny bit because you're a little big. Oh. Let's try the 0.8. Okay. Like so. Now you're walking. So if I hit you, we go back to our scene. You did not. Oh, well, there's a reason why, and that's because this guy is not a in layer aggressive NPC. No, this object only, and aggro zone. So we do need to start. We need some of these. Detection layer. This is the aggro zone. Actually, should probably. It's okay if we do it like right here. Attack zone, and this is a detection layer. This can be aggressive NPC. Do not change that. Placeable zone, dining area, goal, attack zone, melee zombie, like so. We want that as a melee zombie. Actually, I want that as untagged. Overrides, apply all. Let's go all the way down here. Spine, chest, neck, or no, shoulder, forearm, hand, palm 1, hitbox. You're a detection, and you are not associated with anything. Okay, cool. That should fix some of the things. Overrides, apply all. Okay. So now I should be able to hit you, I'm imagining. Bam. Yeah. And you got eaten by the void. Cool. I would like to see, where did you go? Oh, you are falling through the world. Okay, interesting. Quite interesting. Let's put you up there. Oh, one other thing, we probably don't want to have to use gravity, maybe? So, smack you. You start falling through the world. Let's see why is that different? Rigid body, we don't have use gravity on, but in here, we go in here. Rigid body, we do have use gravity on. So we definitely don't want to have to apply our gravity to him because they are being set at 1.1. to, like so, and that is our, not I don't want to say predetermined, but that's just our level, everything right now. Okay, so we got that guy, and if I smack you, you're dead. And you're working. Cool. So now we have a different zombie. Like so. Let's go configure him a little bit. Movement speed, I actually want it 1.5. Rotation speed, 5's fine. Goals, okay, actually let's configure this in here. So movement speed 1.5. Capsule colliders, okay. Rigid bodies, okay. Nav mesh is okay. Oh, this is where our speed is a little bit off. We'll do a 2.5. Actually, this is 2 right here, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me see how this guy looks. Do you want a different animation for rotation? I don't think I have any really need for a different animation for rotation. Like, do you mean by player or do you mean by zombie? Like a zombie. Okay, let me go back to here. What was I just doing? It looks a bit robotic when he's like rotating, you say? What do you mean? Like when he's moving around like that? So it's got some weird lighting attached to him. Might need to adjust the materials. I think he looks okay for now. It's a sharper turn. Yeah, I mean, that's also one thing, like, we could set when he's rotating him to idle and not be moving. Okay, we also don't want that for sure. Because I just pushed him into oblivion. Can I do that with other zombies? We're gonna actually delete him right now. Like so. No, you delete. Thank you. All right, so we're actually gonna go in wave controller and we're gonna add this guy. So now we're gonna get 2 types of zombies, like so. I'll increase the enemy per 5. And also, I will say, if I were really specific animations like that, I did not make any of these animations. In fact, I literally just found a free asset zombie animation pack. This is all for testing. So, yeah. No, quality changes will come. I am going to have to probably commission people to, you know, here. I'm going to just set this to 10. To actually then buy like actual desired functionality, because right now, or I'm like buy actual good assets and look into that on my own time, or look onto that on the stream. I'm not quite willing to do that yet, but it's something that's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to find something. So we're getting only 1 zombie, so that's not good. Let's hop into wave controller. Maybe it's because we're not selecting a random enemy. Set active position, handle wave, get wave ready. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to do this game in 2D, because I would have been able to do all the art by myself. I'm not a terrible 2D artist, but 3D is just so much easier. So enemy equals choose random enemy. And random range. Enemies.count -1. So 0 to 1, basically. And then we return enemies at random index. Why was this not working again? I'm trying to remember. I know the random spawn points are working. Which that is get random active position right here. for now, we're going to delete those, put him at top, put him, no, not that, him at the bottom, like so. I actually do have a musical ear. I believe it or not. I'm not good at making actual music on the computer. But I actually like have dabbled in playing guitar, and I actually used to be a pretty good brass instrument player, believe it or not. So I actually do have like a knack for using like having sometimes the sound effects, but it's a lot. Definitely solo game dev. Breaking through the walls, dropping through the ceiling. Yeah, that's where we're gonna definitely like dive deeper into some of the things. Let's see, where are they coming from? Coming from over there and behind. Guys. Okay, that looks a lot better, I will say, though. And since they're only gonna be here at nighttime, right now they're actually not looking too bad. Okay. Here's one flop. See his attack animation. Okay. We could give him a delay. We can avoid that. But we're also pushing him. Like so. Yeah, so that's a little weird. So they're attacking the goal correctly. He got aggroed on me. Yeah, but we could have them spot. They're not going to come through the ceiling or anything. They're always going to be coming from farther away. So the spawn animations actually aren't too, like, important. So yeah, they're still getting moved. That's because something's happening with their physics-based entity, their rigid bodies, basically. So if we go here, we'll see wave finish, yeah. And we can go ahead and edit some of the surroundings as well. Yep, so this is what I did yesterday, by the way. We have hoverable objects, so you can see where you're not allowed to place, and once you're allowed to place it, you can see it like this. Really? Oh. Yeah, no, it is uncanny. It just shows there's a lot of people out there that got similar goals, and they just, you don't even expect it. Haha! Get out, you can't get me, zombie. I am outsmarting you. Never mind. Okay, go back into, oh, look at that. They're already attacking the waffle machine. All at once. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's actually, since though the zombie's not looking too bad, it actually does look a little bit better. And you can even see, like, using an actual zombie animations, that it made it actually a little bit easier. I mean, I am down to 1 heart right now. We could even, I'm thinking of increasing the player's health a little bit, and adding some delay and in between the zombies' attack. So like maybe adding a second before the animation actually even goes off. They'll stop, idle, then do a second, so you have time to get out of the way. And then maybe we can decrease that time with like harder zombies, because right now you can see how he like winds up. But yeah, look at that. They're even splitting away, like finding that. I mean, they're moving a little quickly for the actual animation itself. But yeah. Look at that, kiting them a little bit. Oh, we're dead. So next up, what I wanted to do is in here, because we don't want to be pushing them. Let's go in here into our rigid bodies. And actually, I think we're gonna freeze the position X and Z and Y. Let's try that. I hope that doesn't lock them in place. Is the health expected to be a whole number, or could you simply add a defense ratio where you reduce damage? I right now am using integers for damage. That could always be changed. But for instance, if we didn't want to use integers, I could just start scaling it up. Instead of having 1.00, we could do 100. I'm thinking I want to keep it as an integer. Just keep the data structure a little simple. Simpler, the better. Okay, they're moving still. That's good. So that means, so if I go ahead and push you, I can't move you. Okay, that's good. I should not be able to push the zombies out of the way. Okay. Like so. Alright, zombies, you guys are getting screwed and you're coming back there. Let's also go in here. I want to make them a little bit slower. So nav mesh, we'll do 1.5. Do random spawn points ever spawn on screen? What do you mean? Like, they actually have, like, they have the zombies spawning on screen? No, the random spawn points are, you can kind of see the nav mesh right here. For instance, that, like, middle square is a, spawn point. We have a few of them just like that as well. Get rid of some of these titles. One bug right now is I can still place objects like so, but not the biggest bug in the world. Should be an easy fix, just raycasting, tying something to a existing placeable object in the world, and once we remove it, it just destroys that. But it's a little janky fix. Right, let's see, they should be moving a lot slower. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That definitely looks a lot cleaner. Yeah. So the random spawn points basically they select they kind of go in a circle. So the more spawn points we're gonna add, I mean we're gonna make this map bigger, make the nav mesh a little bit better. The more spawn points we're gonna add, we still want them to be coming kind of from the same direction. So for instance, we'll select a random how the selecting of the random spawn points basically works right now is for instance, it will select a random spawn point. So if we select this one right here, how will you force your players out of the building to use your whole map? We're not trying to actually force them out of the building. This building is the center. This is what they are trying to protect. I am dying right now. Die. This is like this block. Right now it's very inconspicuous, but it's our goal. So we're trying to defend everything. We're actually going to have a closed off map. We're not going to want them to use the whole map. This isn't like an open world game or anything. It's kind of like, it has an arcade-ish feel. Right now it doesn't feel like that, obviously, because we are very early into development. But for instance, like these spawn points, you're not going to be able to access as a player. We'll even have like maybe invisible barriers or like some type of thing that doesn't allow the player to cross, but allows zombies to cross over. Kind of like in Call of Duty Zombies, where you have like the barriers where they crawl through. You can only board them up. We're not going to have any boarding up or anything like that. We'll have multiple spawn points. Back to explaining how the spawn points work. For instance, if we choose this spawn point, it gets randomly selected. Then it will choose that spawn point, and that spawn point as the active one. So those are the only ones allowed. So you can see as we scale this up a little bit, it will start going into a circle, basically, for the spawn points, to where the zombies will come from kind of the same direction. Because we don't want to, I don't want, as I scale up the amount of spawn points we have, them, like, spawning from every single direction. I wanted them coming from somewhat of a, not predictable, but, like, the longer you go, the more you kind of, like, will see that they're, if a zombie starts coming from one direction, exactly. And that's something the players are not going to have any idea about, right off the bat. But as you get higher in rounds, you might start noticing that the zombies kind of are coming from similar. If you see one zombie coming from one direction, then that might mean that there's going to be other zombies coming from that direction instead of them coming from everywhere. So at the very start, it's kind of adds to that progression kind of forethought, because you want to make, when you're making a game, you always got to think about the player's enjoyment. You don't want to make everything perfect. The real world is cool and all, but when you're in a game, you're trying to kind of escape the real world. So you want to think about something that a player might enjoy. That's why some exploits are still left in games, such as Minecraft and all the other games, you know. As such, I'm getting buzzes. Oh, there we go. But yeah, so we got that new zombie set up. So what you just saw is how easy it's going to be to, thanks to Unity and the systems we're setting up, how easy it should be to set up other objects in the game. So, for instance, if we go to player, I think it's about time to add a new weapon. Hips, abdomen, torso, neck, shoulder, upper arm, lower arm, palm, middle hand, fingers, weapon slot. So here we go. So we can see where we got some weapons and such. So we're going to actually decrease this. How many times do we want to hit? So let's do this 4. 3 times hitting the zombie. Or we can even do 5. No, let's actually do 4 times hitting a zombie with the spatula. And if we go all the way in here, hopefully I have something. I think I do. Yeah, I do. We have a knife. Which one looks the best? Oh, I don't think so. Let's just drag that. That looks like a sword. That looks like a knife. All right, that's good enough. So let's go in here. Create, add that to weapon slot like so. That's very big. So we're going to obviously scale this down to 1, 1, 1. Still very big. What did I scale spatula? Scale it down all the way to this value. Let's see if that works similarly. Nope, too small. Okay, so x is 1, so let's see, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Okay, that's not too shabby. Now, let's cancel out the rotation. So if we look at spatula, if we enable him, and see how that works. So now we're going to simply rotate that to where it kind of looks correctly. Okay. Flip that knife around, get him pointed correctly. Rotate him. Okay. Now let's move that bad boy up here. Like so. Place that in his hand. Okay, now it looks like we got a knife. Okay. There we go. Actually, I need to create empty. We're gonna call this knife 1, and put him underneath that, like so. Okay, cool. Add a component. Box collider. Is trigger. Ooh, that's pretty big. Let's go 0.1, 0.1. Would you switch your attack animation based on which weapon? I wouldn't expect the same swing with a knife as spatula. Absolutely. So that's where animations in Unity definitely come in handy. So here, this is the most basic, probably, animation controller you've ever seen. For instance, they have things such as sub-state machines. So if I had more animations, maybe this would be called attacks animations, and there would be 5 different animations per weapon, each one tied to a weapon, tied to a swing. And basically we just, similarly, we can see it's attacking is true. We'd handle it into this animation, and we can have all these things like this, like an integer or a float. So we could have an integer value corresponding to what weapon we're equipped. And so we enter this new state machine if we're attacking, and then based on which integer is selected, we would go to that animation, and then like so. So you can kind of start seeing how this expands astronomically big. Let's see. And you can imagine kind of like this happening. Yeah. So this can get really complex here. To where you're like, oh boy. There's ways of laying it out that helps out, of course. But for now, of course, keeping it simple, keeping it safe. This man was a free asset I found on, if you're looking for 3D animations, try out poly.pizza. They have some free 3D models, like so. That's where I got the actual man model. It was completely free. Of course, the more animations you want and all that, you have to either rig it yourself or you have to commission someone to rig up the model for you. There's tools for that. We'll definitely be diving into that because it's slowly but surely getting to the case where we want to start optimizing it for the actual game itself rather than just getting systems implemented like so. But again, proof of concept, milestone 1, not the end of the world if we're cutting it loose and such. So maybe once we start figuring about adding more fun stuff in here, there's optimization, artwork, improvement, shader implementation. So these are all different milestones I have predetermined. But right now, of course, we're just adding and making. The only reason I'm adding the zombie is because I noticed that these zombies were kind of bugging, and these zombies that I just downloaded are a lot better. Might as well just add a knife though, because I mean, why not? Feeling weapon. We're gonna add that as a 8 damage. It's gonna be a pretty big hitting weapon. So we obviously want to disable that, and we're gonna go back here in the prefabs player. Now, where do I store splat? Oh, it's because it's already like that. Prefabs, let's go to weapons. Like so. Store that like that. Okay, that's already a prefab. We'll make a new knife prefab like that. Okay. We need to enable this because the box collider needs to be, of course, corrected like so. And actually, I think the animation I'm using right now is more less meant for a knife. Shrink this down. Okay, that looks a lot better. Like so. If we go to spatula, you can kind of see that is the similar outline. Okay. And we want this disabled right off the bat. And disable that knife. Weapon slot, we're going to add another weapon and add that knife one like so. So now if we go hover this guy, is trigger, damage 3. Okay, cool. Now if we press play, let's see how the knife looks. Okay, we got a knife. Look at that. Look at that little Bowie knife. Swing that. Of course, doesn't look as good as it could, but it's working. Okay. I also would like your opinion on something. Do you think, so right now how I have it is when you're attacking, you are stopping because of course, the animations aren't set up to where you can be moving and attacking. I'm thinking I want to change that, basically, and, well, set up the animations eventually. Got to save up some money before I start commissioning artists for all that. But do you think I should enable full movement speed? I think I should allow the players to move while they're attacking, but slower. I think that might be better. I might go ahead and implement that. So, can hit this guy once. Ooh, he died right away. Interesting. Swing. He is dying right away. Let's go spatula. These guys might have lower health than I think. Damageable 4. 1, 0. Okay, yeah, so that means the collider is basically triggering multiple times at the same time. So we got to make sure that's set up correctly. Basically, what's happening is that we have a function going off if trigger, like the damage bolt is getting a hit. That's every single time it's calling basically a hit function while the collider is triggering every frame, or every fixed frame. So it's basically calling that hit function twice while we're swinging. So that's probably doing a damage of 16, which that's definitely not what we want. But right now it's okay. Oh, died. Okay. And yeah, adding some maybe variable like delay in between attacks might spruce it up as well. Definitely not add that monotonous swinging like so. Okay. So what I was just thinking is going to the player controller. So handling movement. This is where we handle the movement. We got, if we're not attacking, then movement vector is that. So we're gonna add an else if is attacking. So if we are attacking, we're gonna want to set the rb.linear velocity is equal to, this is where we're going to do a movement vector times movement speed divided by 2, and animator dot set. We don't actually need to set any bulls in here because we'll be attacking, but this is implement moving attacking like so. So that's where we'd implement that, and dividing that by 2, movement speed divided by 2, that will slow us down pretty considerably. In fact, I'm gonna even do 3 here, like so. Okay, so now what we should see in here is we're actually allowed to move while we're attacking, but at a slower pace. We're gonna not see our legs move because that's how the animation's set up. Basically, how we're gonna handle that in the future is we're gonna have 2 separate animations for the top torso and the bottom legs. That's how I know a lot of things use it. So yeah, we can move a little bit like so. If we hold, see, that's another thing. If we're holding shift, it gets a little faster because that's how we're handling sprinting. So let's actually go on attack, on scroll bar, on building mode, on sprint, damage roll, and not is attacking. This could definitely break. I can see this foreseeing breaking. And not is attacking. In fact, I'm going to try to break this. And we're going to also set this as a attacking movement damper. And we're going to go put that up here. Going to control dot that, generate a field all the way at the top. That's on a vector 3. That's going to be a float value, and we're going to equal that to 2.5f, like so. And that is going to be public in our variables up here, like so. Oh, I can't wait to clean up this code. It's going to definitely be a lot. That's a nice thing. We'll probably do that after we got this milestone completed. Go through every little thing for like a week straight and then clean it up as well as we can. Okay. So now for instance, here, let's break the movement speed. Okay. There's that. We can move a little bit. Oh, we're really fast. Yep, so that's where I've already broken the movement speed, like so, using that sprint. Let's see how much. I'm just spam. Basically, what I'm doing is it's. Oh, that hit the dampener actually. It's not is attacking. So we got to come down here, and I'm gonna just remove that for now. Because basically, this, of course, once it started and once it stopped, does something different. I'm going to have a to-do there. To-do, fix this when attacking. Like so. Okay. Now, let's just see how the 2.5 dampener feels when moving. Okay. Now let's see how 2 would feel. Actually, not too shabby. Maybe going even down to 1.5. That's not actually that bad. Okay. Zombies should have spawned somewhere. They're coming slowly but surely to the goal. Here they are. Okay, once, twice. Yeah, that feels a lot better. It definitely feels a lot better being able to move while attacking. Dampening it a little bit. It adds more precision too when we're attacking. So like you can move the actual attack while there, and that's just like naturally I think what the players might do, like try to like basically if we're this game is gonna have controller support, basically that's just gonna make the cursor like move like that based on the joystick. But when you're attacking, usually what players do on PC at least is they go ahead and they basically will try to track the zombie using their mouse. And that is kind of what we want, because that end of the swing will be right wherever the facing is, and that's where we want to hit the zombie. So let's keep moving on up here. See if they're coming this way. Nope, not coming this way. They're gonna start killing our goal. No, you zombie bastards. Uh-oh. Slap, slap. Got him. Hit you. Hit you. Oh, they're hitting pretty hard. So that's where we probably want the attack delay. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, we definitely want attack delay. So here we go. We want some variable time in between attacks. If you're wondering why it looks slow, it's because this computer can get a little slow sometimes. It's got a pretty old processor in it. workstation processor, but still a processor. So that's just the actual editor being slow. At least I hope so, because I have really no way of telling. Okay, so next up, what we're gonna want to do is probably drive back to some of our scripts. Let's close. So we need attack zone. We don't need death screen. We don't want cursor. We don't need placeable zone or placeable controller. Placeable tile. Don't need that. 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 All right. This is where I think we're going to try to implement that. So basically, on state enter on the enemy attack animation, we enable that collider. That's okay. Attack zone that triggers is attacking is true. What we're gonna actually do is, instead of having an is attacking like so right here, I think we're going to go let's see, protected void protected void on attack like so, and bool is attacking, or bool bear. We should call that bears now. Okay, so is attacking equals var. So that's basically what we're going to be doing there, but we want to actually delay this variably. So we'll have a let's do a serialize field protected float. We'll do a min attack delay equals, we'll do a 0.25 seconds and 0 protected float max attack delay equals 1f. Okay, so in here, let's go ahead and actually set this as an enumerator. So, on attack, so we can start a coroutine like so. Actually, no. I don't think we want to set this is attacking. So we'll set is attacking is true. And maybe what we'll do in here is change how we're handling the animations. So is attacking. So is moving is false. And this is attacking. So let's have a trigger and trigger this to attack. So we'll make a transition. So basically what I'm thinking is we're gonna have the idle state when we're attacking, and then we wait, trigger that, it goes back. Is moving equals false. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete any connections between these guys and rethink this. So death still gonna have to be like that. So walking, if we are attacking, you can do multiple transitions like so. I'm gonna have an exit time, and this is also gonna be is attacking is true. Like so, because once we start is attacking, then we're stop all of our stuff, and then we're gonna start basically while we are attacking is going to just keep loop sitting, put in that while loop and triggering that, what's it called? Triggering that little thingy, you know what I'm talking about. So there we go. Make transition from here, and this is going to be an attack. Does not have exit time, and this is going to have an exit time right here. Okay, like so. Okay. That might work a little bit better now that I think about it. Okay, I think that's just a loop. Is moving equals true. Okay, like so. Now we go in here. We set is attacking. Right now that's not attack zone. Is attacking is true. And we're going to go in here, and we're actually going to do a protected actually, we don't need to do this up here, do we? We can do this in here. We have handle movement. We have so fixed update. We're handling movement, handling rotation. Let's just do another private void handle attack. Handle attacking. Okay, like so. We're gonna actually enumerator this like so. Okay. No, we don't want that. Enumerator. That. Okay. So if we is attacking, while we is attacking, then we're going to yield, return, wait 4 seconds, and we're going to do a math f dot random, or no, we're going to do a unity engine dot random dot range, random range, trying to float within that. Okay, random dot range, and we're going to do a min attack delay and max attack delay. Okay. Cannot be used like a message method. Oh, well, yeah. We need a new, wait for seconds. And then we're going to animator dot trigger set trigger attack like so. Okay. If is attacking, if while true, I don't know if we want to do a wait for seconds here. Because we definitely want, if we stop attacking, then we don't want to have to still attack, you know? Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. Okay, so handle attacking is right here. So if we are alive, we're going to start a coroutine of handle attacking, like so. Okay, and that's going to basically do nothing and nothing if we're not attacking. I think, hopefully this doesn't break every single thing. Hope this is how we can implement this pretty easily. Okay, let's go back. Should be updated. So now what they should be doing is, once they all spawn in, get to our scene view. Go down, son. There we go. They're moving, they're spawning. Got some coming over there, coming over there. Okay, go into game. Let's get out our knife. Okay, so now if we enter the aggro range, they should idle. Okay, they're starting to attack. So, the hell just happened there? Okay, let's select this guy, go to animator. Oh. Did we not save that basic zombie anim controller? I guess not. Okay. Now we're gonna have... No, wait, we did save that. So trigger attack, yes. Okay. Let's just +1 that for now. See if that actually works. Okay. More or less, there's gonna be zombies coming from over here, since there's a lot of spawn points right here, so I'll just set them like that. Spawning from back there, spawning from over there, though. Okay. Here they come. You guys. Okay. Yeah, so it was just us. Okay, so that's just weird. While is attacking, we wait for a second. +1. Set trigger, attack. And then sets trigger. So let's watch that in their actual animation controller. Okay. So grab this guy. Pull you to the side like so. Scene. Guys coming from right there. Okay. Okay, so attacks trigger set right there, so that's why that's happening. So let's try, literally, weirdly enough, resetting the trigger after it. Like so. Because that's just making it goes back to that. Because we are getting that wait for time. We are getting the wait for time, but we are not getting that trigger ever set correctly. Let's go back to where we were. So. let's see what zombies come this way. Any zombies come this way? Okay. Zombie got his animation controller pulled up. The first one. Actually, kill these guys in the back. Okay. So now he's hitting. Okay, yeah, the trigger's never being set, or is being set. Okay, so we can't do that. Okay, so what we can do... We could make a Boolean. Instead of having this attack Boolean. I mean attack trigger. We can do an attack Boolean. So let me go ahead and delete that. Yeah, I know. Create Boolean. Active attack. Okay, so condition if active attack is true. Then we go to there. Then we're going to set that to false. That has exit time. So if we go here, we're going to animator dot set bool active attack is false. We're going to do if animator get bool active attack. If not, I mean, no, yeah, if, because that's outside of our attacking. So right here, we're going to basically set this to false and set this to true, like so. This will set it in his loop, basically make it so he can't do anything else while he's attacking. While he's attacking, that's the only thing he's going to be focused on, because he's a zombie and he is stupid. Okay. Let's try this bad boy out now. So now what we should see is a zombie that will have a random second in between each of its attacks. Get a second from one and a quarter second to 1 and whatever we said it was. Okay. Do we have one zombie just coming from somewhere? Yeah, he's gonna merge up like so. Okay. Let's see. You. Okay. You're never attacking. Okay. You are which one? Okay. Zombie animator out. Active attack is okay. This is kind of jerry-rigging it in a way. So basically that's just calling this routine a lot. Okay. So that duration never has, does not have an exit time, so that's kind of just acting kind of like a trigger, basically. It's gonna be set really quickly, and then I'll probably just always go back to false. We'll actually even see, because oh no, that might be interesting, because that's gonna happen it's getting set to false every frame. Okay. Scene. This might break a lot of things. Oh, good. Good. We got a one-on-one zombie right here. You come here. Oh, yep. So you're never actually getting set. So how do we want to do this? That will make it so they'll start attacking for sure, but then it might get a little finicky. You'll see what I mean, because we'll have a lot of calls to whatever. Coming this way. Yep, still not working. Okay. So actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a handle attack. Attacking right here. Delete this. Alright, so private void handle attacking. So if is attacking, then we want to, since this is being called every frame, we need to think about that. Actually, what we can do is in here, attack zone is attacking equals true. We can do we don't need this in here. Handle attacking. So if we are so while it's attacking, then we're going to do a while it's attacking. We want this to be able to break. So we'll do a variable time passed equals time so we're gonna do a before this variable time passed equals 0. Time passed plus equals time dot delta time. Okay. So actually, we'll do a, for now, we'll do a float. Actually, no, we can do, actually, that would be float, wait time equals unity engine dot random dot range. And then we're gonna do min attack delay, max attack delay. So while attacking, while time passed is less than wait time, if not is attacking, return. So then we'll do a little then this is where we can trigger. We'll need a time pass plus equals time dot delta time while is attacking. Okay, so we hit this, go in here. We're not calling this, we're only going to call this once. Time, okay, and that'll go up while it's less than until it gets to the wait time. Once it gets to the wait time, then we will basically do a animator dot set trigger, going back, set trigger attack like so. Okay, and now if we go, we need to go fix that. Animator, here we go. This is not going to be active attack. We're going to delete that again and set a trigger. Call this attack. And this is going to be our attack trigger, like so. Okay. Save that. Okay. Set trigger attack. That'll trigger it. Then we'll go back and we need to set time past equals 0, like so. And then in attack zone, we're going to zombie controller dot handle attacking. And this is not, this is going to be public. Like so. Component melee zombie controller does not equal null, then bam. So this is just be able to still handle if it's like a ranged one or not. Okay, so that will handle that. And on our trigger exit, we set is attacking equals to false, which will break this loop and also break this and just return that. Like so. Okay. Let's reload that domain. We got our attack trigger set, right? Yep. Okay, cool. So now we should see some random values for the attack min delay. Okay, so let's go ahead back here and from back there, 2 from right there. Okay, so now, oh boy, that's not good. Just broke Unity, put him in an infinite loop. Okay. On trigger enter, we're still there. Then, okay, I wonder why that's the case. So maybe instead of while we are attacking, we will do a enumerator. return, or it's yield. Yield, return, new, wait for seconds, wait time. We don't need that. If not is attacking. Break. Or no, return. Okay. Or no, break. So, and now we're going to start co-routine. Like so. This is broken. I gotta restart this. Unfortunately. Yeah, memory is just going up and up and up and up. And we're gonna delete that. Go up here. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. We love a nice infinite loop. Okay. So now we're gonna, once we enter that, we start a coroutine of waiting. Zombies spawned. One's coming from there, the others are coming from right there. Cool. Uh-huh. So, we got one. Okay. Let's see. There is a wait time, but it's not behaving like we want it to. Let's adjust our min and max wait time. Min delay is 0.5, and we're gonna do a 1 point. We're gonna do a 2, because that will actually be like a random. It won't be like a variable like 0.75. It could be 0.5, 0.51. So it's actually probably gonna lean more towards being at the bottom. So this one will actually have a longer time delay. I'm actually okay with them like spamming it after that wait delay too for now, because it still gives the desired function of letting us kite the zombie. These are supposed to be easy zombies, and since we're not now one-hitting them anymore, of course, it's probably pretty important to give some delay. So now, and even in that time, we could set a animation to like have a wind up if we had a winding animation. So 2 seconds might be a little much. Let's do 1.25. How about that? Mess around with it a little bit, because we definitely want it to, like, we get into its attack range, it recognizes it, and then it starts, but a little bit slower, not instantaneously. Give the player some time to attack and then move out of its range. Kite, basically. Should also be able to backtrack, like so, when we are attacking. If this thing's like that, we'll just basically go up. Also, when we're attacking, we might want to even change the direction. So for instance, I'm pressing up right now when I'm doing this, but obviously when we're facing that, it would be backwards. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Killing them in one hit because the collider's too big. Protecting our goal object. Here they come. Bam. Bam. Okay, 1.5. I mean, 0.5 might not be it. So, let's see. Let me stop that. Fine tuning. Let's do a 0.35 to a range of 0. We'll do 1. We'll do a 1.05. I think we're definitely finicking around with this a lot. That's okay though. I'm okay with that. Because, who knows? Trying to find the sweet spot to where it's enjoyable for the players. This is where testing, of course, comes in handy. QA and all that. But we're definitely not even close to that stage. Coming from over here, down here. Okay. Yeah. I'll come down here. See how you're looking. Okay. There's one down. Okay. That's looking a little bit better. So maybe the 1.05 is a little much. We gotta find that range where it's kind of the sweet spot. To where they will attack. Okay, and we're done with wave 1, those 5 zombies. So that was a little quick. It was on the quicker side, so. How about in here? We'll do a 0.4, but actually reduce this to 0.8. Because we don't want it to be too easy, of course. Maybe we should. Maybe it should be for these basic melee zombies. And what we could even do is eventually we'll have a different zombie type, and then they'll be hitting harder and faster. These are supposed to be the basic ones, but right now I'm just trying to make it a little bit balanced. Not balanced, I guess that's not really the word. It's just kind of enjoyable, I guess. Let's go ahead and set up some defenses. Okay. Oh, let's see. Look at that. Oh, we have to disable the nav mesh agent. I didn't even think about that. Can move him weirdly. Like so. Alright. Get back the spatula. Okay. Okay. It's not too bad. Okay. Okay, so it still feels a little quick. But I definitely think that range is getting a little bit better. So let's try a 0.55 to 0.75. I think that's going to be around the sweet spot. Gives us some variability, but still some prediction in between that. Okay, cool, cool. Coming. Alright. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Cool. He's definitely at the thing. No. Interesting. Hitbox wasn't hitting. Oh, I was getting hit there too. Oh, that's not good. Health low. Number 2. That's why we stick around this, because they could always snake in the back. But yeah, I honestly think this is not feeling too bad now. Feeling definitely a lot better than it was. Cool. So maybe, let's see. Maybe it's time to go in here. Attack range. I would like to see. Can I play that? Okay. We want the attack zone to be that. That's actually good enough. That's fine. Hitbox. So we want that turned off initially. So then we enable it right here. But here's where we could also disable this script. That has the damage component. To where we can enable it in this animation. Like so, we could, oh, it's read only. It's a preview. We could add keyframes and stuff if we were making our own animations. It's alright. I wonder if there's a way at which frame. Oh, it's on trigger enter, basically. Just hit them. So we'll do a public bool has hit. It's false. And not has hit. Has hit equals true. And then on a private void on trigger exit. Has hit equals false. Okay, so we're just gonna be able to hit this once, you know? And then when the animation's over, it will disable this thing and then re-enable it, so that will automatically, for sure, disable has hit. We should probably do the same thing with our weapons, just so we know we're hitting it once. Okay. Public private bool has hit equals false. Not has hit. And not has hit. Has hit equals true. And private void on trigger exit. Copy this on over. And has hit. This time we'll set has hit false. Because basically we only wanted to hit one thing at a time, so this could be trigger entering multiple zombies. Well, maybe that'll work. Who knows? Okay. So now we should not ever get a instant kill with this dagger. Okay. It's coming from up here. Run over here. One hit, two hit, one hit, two hit. Oh, missed once. Okay. One hit. So now also when he attacks, yep, that's not going to. Okay. Ooh. Hitbox on this dagger might not be too big. Big enough. Okay. We distracted him. He's already one on goal. I suck at this game. Okay, yeah, the hitbox on the dagger is definitely not big enough. Because we want it to not be accurate, we want it to be fun. So let's go fingers, weapon slot, knife. Down to here. So enable that box collider, enable the object. Going to edit top collider like so, because we definitely want it, because it's kind of like skewed as well. It's like the what's it called? The length it looks like on our screen, because we're not obviously first person where we can see if our dagger hits it. So we'll have it like that, and now we'll disable that and disable that. Because this is a lot longer already, so probably want them to have a good length like so. Okay. Okay, cool. Probably speed up that swing animation if it wasn't read-only. Yeah, so if I want to back up my instinctive reaction while we're attacking is to go backwards. So that will be a fun little function to figure out, because we're basically going to have to inverse the direction that we're facing and then apply that to our movement vector. So that's one thing too. So here's another plan of attack, is that knowing that all these zombies are coming here. Okay, so that was an instant kill. Wonder why. That wasn't. Interesting. Oh shit. Chop. Okay, that's not hitting, so let's pull the scene over here and go to our player. Like so. Zoom on in. Okay, let's watch the hitbox. So the hitbox is a little funky. That's some good purpose to try to figure that out a little bit. But you kind of see how the game works. Can't see some stuff in the game view, but can in the scene. It's pretty nice. More zombies spawning. Look at that. We've got ourselves a little mini game. Made it back in time before these guys get here. Cool. Wave over. Should be at least. We're going to build up some defensive. I want to block off the guys from coming in the front. These are the meta tables. Oh. Can't actually see anything, of course, right now. It's okay, though. And we're definitely going to have to configure it to where the zombies can't basically figure out. We'll always have to have an entrance basically allowed to be entered. Or if we barricaded up the doors, maybe that's when they start attacking the windows. So maybe some like, so yeah, there we go. So this guy should now see that he has to go all the way around. Oh shit, still in building mode. Oh, so he double hit there. See that heart go all the way down. Okay, so let's try that again. This time we're gonna have it barricaded up. So now we're funneling them all through one route. And also they will be able to destroy tables if they're in the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up a nice little wall of tables like so. And we're gonna even block them off like, oh, look at that. Yeah, that's working as intended. Okay, so they have to come in that way because we have an obstacles, but we actually can't. It looks like we can almost block this door, but we actually can't. Oh, look at that. You can see it. Look at the little glitch, visual glitch. Okay, so a lot of guys are coming in through back here. Turn off building mode. Let's take care of them. Oh, they got through already. That zombie started attacking the goal because we let it get too close. All right, we just got some more money for that. As far as we can build out, yeah. Yeah, we're out of money from there too. So we got that blocked off. Let's go ahead and move some tables around to where we got some walling going on here. So you can start seeing how players might want to change up some things, like moving in their environment. Oh, that guy, they got through. Shit. Okay, they got double hit. Got a bunch of dead zombies. Here we go. Bodies are starting to pile up. these these chairs, they're just there for looks right now. So round 3, I'm at 2 health, basically. I think we should definitely give the player to start 20 health, probably. I think that would be a good idea. Give him 10 hearts. Or maybe just rebalance it. Oh, shit. Oh yeah, forgot. That's broken. Yeah. Okay, let's, oh, getting cornered. Oh boy, 1 heart. Probably gonna die here. Okay. Looks like I hit him in the face. Oh, and he killed me while I killed him. Unfortunate. Got the wave 3. Kind of hard. Alright, cool. Well, there we go. We did some cool stuff today. Added another weapon. Changed up our zombie. Made him look better. Started tweaking some of the gameplay. Kind of not really an implementing stream, but just kind of a tweaking, like messing around stream, figuring stuff out. Probably some streams like that coming in the future as well, to where we're debugging, fixing things, tweaking it around, making it kind of fun, ready for our next milestone, to where we're going to really start improving assets and the layout. Probably actually create the first real test scene to where we develop a diner, and the zones. We gotta, of course, add more zones, make the goal objects placeable, make the amount of currency you get per end of wave, or per day, or per daytime, variable to the amount of, what's it called? To the amount of goal objects you have, making sure the zombies go after random goal objects. If they're in aggro range of the goal, then that's what they're gonna just probably want to target that goal over the player. So that's something they have to add. Maybe adding more health to the player, making maybe his health like a good chunk because the zombies are hitting pretty hard, or nerfing the zombies, messing around with that slowing down. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that we can start worrying about, and this is kind of the first time I've ever gotten to this point in game dev where some of these, like the very core systems, have started to like been fleshed out a tiny bit. That's where usually I get to, where we get a core system in, and then I'm like, let's stop. So now it's polishing, making things look better, making things feel better, and continuing up from there, adding features every now and then. There's some pretty big features that we're gonna want for the proof of concept, but I think that will be added after our milestone 3 and such. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I've been streaming for 2 hours 30 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed, and remember, the good is out there. It's just one step away. You guys take care.